take care of business. As we'll see a team from the Pac-12, the Arizona Wildcats, taking on the #1 team in the land, the TCU Horned Frogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Horned Frogs will kick it away first. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Wildcats offense will start this game off. And here he comes, just jogging onto the field. But what's going fast, the heart rates of everybody in this crowd, Jesse.
Well, this is a special player. All eyes in the stadium on this guy, David. You know the defense, they're going to have to find a way to try to slow this guy down.
And he's going to touch it every single play. He'll be the main focal point. Can he handle the pressure? Can he handle the big moments? Can he handle this stage and lead his team in a big moment?
First down here for the offense. From the shotgun, the inside give. Crosses the 30 to the 31, a 6-yard gain.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Fires to the tight end. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down. Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the drag and getting the first down.
I think it's because the tight ends is so much versatility. You know, they can block and stay in the formation, or they can release and come out. But either way, if the quarterback's patient, most of the time, that drag route's going to come in.
Oh, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
Just a simple power play. Again, not sexy, run the ball up the middle, physicality, offensive line gets to assert themselves, run block, what they love to do. This pays dividends down the road in the fourth.
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down. Arizona runs up. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. The Horned Frogs offense will go to work for the first time today. As we take a look at our impact players for this game, David, what do you look for to make an impact from your leaders?
Your leaders not only have to lead the football team, but they got to step up and make plays on the field, keep everybody calm. These guys typically do a really good job on it.
Yeah, David, and they also generally set the tone for their respective football teams. Regardless of which side of the ball they play on, the teammates look towards them to step up in big games like this.
They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
This offense already in the black zone, a little bit backed up. How do they want to respond? They come out to throw the football, be aggressive, and this defense was ready, and they got pressure on the quarterback and got a sack on the very first snap.
Gonna take a shot. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. Off he goes. Touchdown, Horned Frogs. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. Kickoff team has the ball teed up and they're about ready to go. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Probably needed to pick up an extra block or 2, but as it is, he'll be stopped at the 28. Arizona sending the offense onto the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
They're going to throw it to start the drive. Grabbed over the middle. It's Thomas. Few things on offense as reliable as a tough power back as he plows his way ahead to the 33. Picked up some yardage with that completion, now 2nd down. Looking downfield, it's Fafita. Just a short pass to the tight end. Tackled at the 43 after picking up 10. No reason to panic when you see those extra bodies coming. Just find the big tight end.
Well, and the great ones do that. I think the great ones are okay. You want to blitz? I know my answers. I'm all right. I'll stay patient. Find the matchup. This time it was the tight end. Finds the tight end, throws a strike, gets the first down.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Leaves it with the back. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
And these defensive tackles just eat people. They swallow human beings when you get near them. They're so big, so strong. When those guys, those running backs come in, they just need a mid. They put one mid on a running back, and he usually falls to the ground just because of their sheer mass and strength.
The give from the gun. Still running at the 40. Running toward the tape. And he'll take it in. They couldn't get him on. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. And, David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the first down.
And here we go. If you're an offense, you got to get that ground game going so you can have some balance, and then you give it to your quarterback, Palmer, and let him make some plays down the field later on.
Yeah, exactly. And coming into this game, this offense knew they were going to have to some way, somehow, at least establish a semblance of a running game.
Afterburners coming. Touchdown, TCU! And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. Ohio State is trailing right now, but it's only a couple of points. That quarterback just needs to show the poise of a young Troy Smith, and they're right back in this. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Wisconsin. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Arizona has it back, the offense coming out to bear down. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown, David.
There is nothing more demoralizing than that for a defense. To be physically pounded. The run is coming. You know it's coming, and you can't stop it.
Nothing the defense can do. That is mano-a-mano up front, and your guys getting a push. They know you're running it, and they still can't stop it.
So now they're staring at a 2nd and long from their 20. Looking to pass. It's Fafita. Snags it over the middle. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
Well, they execute the in route. Now, how about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. And they did not let him reach the line to gain. It'll bring up a decision here. The Wildcats will have to send out the punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. That last drive, really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
They'll run it to the right side. He stopped after getting a yard out to the 30. Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the first quarter. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the 2nd. They've changed ends of the field, now facing 3rd down as they go back to work. Off the RPO, fire right, trying to convert. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
So difficult because my eyes tell me as a defensive guy, he's handing it off. The offensive line's block and run. I got to go get it. Quarterback pulls it, throws it to the right. It's kind of like that hidden hat game. Like, where's the ball? I'm always trying to find that daggone thing.
Looking to go up top on first down. Buys a little. And the defense is there. He got away for a second, but not for long as they knock him down for a loss. They gave up the sack on first down. Now it's 2nd and 11. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. They stop him. immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered to pick up the first. 3rd and short from the 49. Is this 4-down territory? Quarterback checking off. Out of the shotgun on 3rd down. And he was hit just as he was... And it falls to the ground, incomplete.
And that's a play on 3rd down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give them a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
And the Horned Frogs will try to convert on 4th down. Using the quick game. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down? Arizona sending the offense onto the field. Line gets set, 1st down. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
Small gain, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass. Make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Dropping back, it's Fafita. Fires to the big fella. They get him on the ground, but it's a 1st down.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. The biggest key there is the quarterback understanding that A, it's zone, but B, what kind of zone is it? Is it 1 high safety? Is it 2 high safeties? And then you know instinctively where your best throw, where your highest percentage completion is based on what type of zone coverage it's going to be.
8-yard pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short. He's looking to throw. Unleashes one deep. He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown. Offense getting set for 1st down. Quarterback checking the play. He wants to throw. He's going to fire deep. And he makes the grab at the 20. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Horned Frog. And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Arizona has it back. The offense coming out to bear down. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every 3rd down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
To the air, it's Fafita. Finds the tight end. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the 1st down. A new set of downs after the completion. Off the play fake on 1st down. Complete to the left. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered. An explosive play to the 40.
Job by the quarterback being very decisive. He saw his matchup, he went for it, he attacked it, got the positive gain. I would say he's going to find that guy a few more times today.
They'll put the tight end in motion. Power football with the run. Makes one man miss. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. Arizona going back to work with another first down. Might as well give it to him again. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4. Tried to pound it on first down, now back to the line. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. This offense has a 2nd down play. He's looking to throw. Quick strike complete. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play.
And you see on that play the confidence that he has in that playmaker on the perimeter of the field. He's already had a couple catches in this game. It seems like he's always open. And right there, nice job fitting that football into a small...
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
And that is priority number 1 for defenses. Get to the quarterback. Affect him. Get hits on him. They do it right here. Get their first sack of the game. Last game, by the way, last time out.
And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
And how about that back-to-back sack? You want 2 sacks in a game, that's a great game. He is flying around, getting to that quarterback and getting him on the ground.
And whatever they did on 1st and 2nd down, don't do that anymore. 3rd and very long coming up. Unloads to the wideout. He caught it. And he's knocked down, but there's also a flag that's been dropped. Let's check on the call.
Holding.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. 3rd down, they got to get it to Neptune. He'll have to launch a rocket. Throw into the end zone, and it's picked off. Trying to take it back. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
Well, that's the danger about being in a 3rd and long situation. You've got to push the football downfield. The defense is expecting it. So they've got guys in the back end with their eyes on the QB. They're able to make the interception.
Going downfield for the big play. He's got it down the left side. The expressway is wide open. Touchdown, TCU! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. NC State was far from the friendly confines of Carter Finley Stadium, but still managed to scratch out a win. And there was a lot of chatter this week about this group not being ready. Time to check those receipts, if you know what I mean. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams. But, boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Arizona sending the offense onto the field. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
Well, you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
Looking for a man. It's Fafita. He finds his man. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Now on first down from the 43-yard line. He's going to pass. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
This defense is heating up. They got an interception the last possession. You can tell breaking on the football really, really well, seeing where the quarterback's throwing it, going to try to get it. Got another hand on it, almost had another interception.
Quarterback wants to throw on second down. Quickly out to the tight end. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better third down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where...
Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. This junior quarterback shows you why the scouts love that big arm of his.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching it.
Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Well, for this defense, finally, you're seeing pressure on the quarterback. They're outside the top 50 in sacks per game. They've been waiting to find some more consistent pressure to help them win games. And
here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. Timeout call by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. We might as well state the obvious. First and second down didn't work out. Third and very long. From the gun. Give on the inside. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Arizona runs out the punt team.
Listen, his team's obviously down in this game, but it's not his fault. I mean, this guy showed up to play. He's been churning out big play after big play. Already over 100 yards rushing in this game. He's carrying his weight. He needs his buddies around him now to pick up the slack a little bit and help get this team back in the game.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Trying to start the drive with a pass. And the throw out to the sideline, good for just a few yards.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackling.
Looking to throw on second down. He'll take the deep shot. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
Well, guess who? They're taking a shot to the guy that's just been torching this defense in the entire first half. He's already got over 100 yards, so why not try to add to it and force this defense to prove that they can cover him? They did do a nice job right there, but that's not the last time this guy's going to see the ball thrown his way.
Just enough time for one final play in this half. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Makes the grab inside the 30. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5?
And I love this offense, man. Staying aggressive. Just because you got the lead, you know people can score points in bunches. This offense keeps the foot on the accelerator, scores again on the final play. Now this offense has even more of a cushion going into halftime.
Arizona will kick off to get the second half underway. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Looking for a productive play on first down. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. He unleashes a long one. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down.
Well, the quarterback knew where he wanted to go with the ball. His intended target just wasn't open, so the quarterback made sure he put that football in the stands.
He's going to pass on second down. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down.
Offensive players know where the ball is going. Defensive players don't. Great job by the DB adjusting to the football, seeing it, playing the wide receiver, and making sure he can't catch the football.
The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. A run for the quarterback. They'll force him out of bounds after a solid pickup on the play. The Horned Frogs will punt it away on fourth down.
Number 31 on to kick it away.
Sends his first one of the day on its way, and that matches the number of appearances he had in that win last week. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Arizona has it back, the offense coming out to bear down. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on the first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. And don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
To the air on first down. Gets it out quickly.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up second and 5, third and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
Arizona in a hurry. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Caught near the sideline, it's Thomas.
A nice job by the defense there, tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
He'll take a shot. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats.
It's have to cover.
TCU will send its offense back onto the field. They still have the lead here, Jesse, but this would be a good time to put together a... Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Bringing it back. Touchdown, Wildcats. The defense.
Touchdown.
On the board. First down here for the offense. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Comes out throwing on first down. Takes a hit as he fires. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Going for the big play. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive. Looking at a 3rd down.
Love the coverage on the back end. The defenders staying right by the receiver in the intended target, and as a result, that ball's incomplete.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. He's not afraid to go deep. A full dive to haul that one in.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often, and with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
Give to the back. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
Pulls and fires complete. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. And the Horned Frogs have pushed it inside the 20. On 2nd down, looking again to throw. He makes a grab, and he will score! Touchdown, TCU! If this dude were a kitchen knife, he would be slicing the tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torturing his defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Arizona sending the offense onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover, this game is entirely different.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection this time. He was able to squirt free and pick up just a few on that one.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
Nowhere to run on that when he loses 4 on the carry. The Wildcats will have to send out the punt team. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. He gets a block. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
It's 1st and 10. They've moved it to the 41. They move the tight end all over. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Finds his tight end. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the 1st down.
And that's why play action is going to be big in this game. You saw how it just frees the second level of that defense just for a second. It allowed the tight end to work himself vertically down the field. But how about this guy after the catch, right? So hard to bring down. What a weapon.
Defense holds their ground. Pickup of a yard. It's at the 26.
Brings up 2nd down.
We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers.
TCU 42, Arizona 28.
2nd down here as they go back to work after the break. Here's the handoff. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! And they take it in for 6 more points. They build this 4th quarter lead, and they are just minutes away from going 5-0.
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's showing it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th. Kickoff team lining up to send this one away. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Arizona has it back, the offense coming out to bear down. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
He just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some 1st downs. Get some positive momentum.
They'll send 3 wideouts left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 5. Looking to throw, it's Fafita. He lobs one high down the left side. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
You know, it's one thing to take shots early in a game when the defense may not be expecting it, but at this point, 4th quarter, you're trailing by a lot. They know you're going to do it, and the defense was expecting that one. Great job in the back end.
Makes a connection. Touchdown, Arizona! And once he got loose, TCU will send its offense back onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Line gets set, first down. They'll try the run. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
Late in football games, I have a plan. I want to run the football. I want to put my quarterback in great situations if I do throw it. Low risk, keep that clock moving, get a few first downs. And if I get a few first downs with that clock moving, I get the W and get out of here.
They go to the ground. Getting that push. A pickup of 4 out to the 26. Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him and get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
Now the quarterback changing the original play call. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Takes a shot as he lets it go. Pulls it in on the right. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect 4th down call there. The Horned Frogs will snap it on 1st and 10. The run from the shotgun. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next week.
And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Trying to beat the D deep. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. Arizona sending the offense onto the field. So the first play of the drive, starting here from the 45. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Grabbed in the middle, it's Patterson. He's brought down quickly, minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Snagged in the middle, it's Riley. He will not pick up the first down. The desperation play, and that one might have sealed their fate. The offense starts with a short field. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. On the move is the 30. And he will finally go out of bounds after another big gain, and they are absolutely gashing them with this running game. Just inside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 19. They'll give it to him again. A most efficient pickup of 6 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 4. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. On 2nd down, let's see if they go right back to the run and put this game on ice. Movement here from the tight end. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
I think you run that play on 2nd down knowing it's going to make 3rd down easy. You're not trying to hit a home run. You don't need the big play right now. Now you know 3rd down, everything's on the table, everything's available, high success rate.
They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it 1st and goal. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. And while the game is all but decided, why not try to get another one if you can? That's part of the fun, right? Using his feet. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage.
Correct. Loses 3. It's now 2nd and goal.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. This quarterback, part of their running game. Relentless, tough running, gets it down to the 4. And the Horned Frogs will hustle to the line. Now on the move. Jumped on top of the pile. And the offense doesn't bat an eye. They'll stay on the field and try to score from the 1 on 4th down. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. Touchdown, TCU! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
And they say play to the final whistle. This offense took it to heart. Scoring late, maybe they could have wasted the clock, and they no doubt about it. This one's over.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. One more play to pad the stats. Going up top on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. Hauls it in. Well, this was an offensive showcase out there today. We thought it would be a high-scoring game, and it certainly delivered.
If you love offense,